Good morning. It's Heather with another installment of R-Rated Reviews, except this one is by request. So, Annshave, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I still don't know if I'm saying it right, but I want to go with Annshave because I want to know what Anns have. At this point, you know what Ann has? Heather! Okay. So you want to see how to paint like the stuff that I do with the Rust-Oleum? I owe you an apology. Because when you put the request up in your comment, like a few nights ago, I got so excited that I jumped up off the couch, where I almost never am. And I'm like, yeah, let's make some shit. So I don't normally, in the review videos, go over the stuff that I do. Because I just figured, you know, who's got an interest in what the fuck I do? So, excuse me. I made this video the other night, and some of it was kind of funny. And then all of a sudden, it was like 25 minutes in, and I'm showing you how to spray paint, and the fucking camera wasn't on. And I'm like, and because I hate Spectrum, my mobile carrier, they keep slowing me down because I'm using too much data. I waited for my cycle to reset on the 21st, and then I get an email on the 23rd that I had already used 30 gigs of data in 2 days. And I'm like, bull fucking shit. Anyway, I'm waiting for these backups, and Google took so long to back up, even on Wi-Fi. That video, so I did the second, like a continuation video, and I was going to merge them. That first video's gone. It's not in my trash. It's not in my OneDrive. I have like 3 backup places. It's in none of them. And I don't know why it's not in my trash, because I went into my trash and everything else I've deleted is still in there. So I lost the video, and I'm just not techie. I'm like tech-tarded. So I apologize that it's going to be a shit show mashup because I don't remember half of what I did, but I did watch the second half of the video, and I will definitely try to make the first half faster than I did the first time. But I'm going to like sort of repeat some of the stuff I did. And I want to first of all, let me tell you, if I'm looking all bloodshot in that eye, it's because I scratched the white of my eye. That's a new one. Last summer, I scratched the upper and lower cornea of that same eye. This time, I've actually painting. I scratched the white of my eye, so I look like shit. I use spray paint. I do a bunch of shit. So this is my shop. These are adorable toilet paper holders that I make out of tree branches with birds on them. This stuff is stuff I've painted for people. Like those are sliced lemons that I put a branch on a chop saw, slice it, make live edge shit. I paint. But a lot of this was spray painted to begin with for a base. I do canvas paintings. I love canvas paintings. I'm working on my first portrait. I've never done a portrait. I did paint a picture of my daughter that came out like, I'm like, wow, I was pretty impressed with myself. This one, that's my brother. It's from a photo. And I'm not done with it. I put it down. And his birthday was a few days ago. He would have been 50. And yeah, that was a rough day. So, and actually, hold on. I love this reversing shit. That's his tattoo. I have my brother's ashes mixed into the ink of my tattoo. And well, that's all I'll say about that. And so I make wine bottle holders. This is a wine bottle holder. So is this. And I use I hand paint them, but I use the spray paint gloss to seal them. I mean, I have a few of them that I'm still working on that I haven't finished yet. I make them on my bandsaw. But my bandsaw is currently out of commission, and TJ can't figure out how to fix it. I know how to use the tools. I don't know how to fix them. So, did I leave? I did leave. I brought a bottle of wine out that someone brought to the client appreciation barbecue a few weeks ago. It's probably bad by now because it's open. So this is how these work. Where did I put them? I just put them. Where did I put them? I just had them. Can I get any dumber? Right in front of my fucking face. Right in front of my face. Okay. I said I'm a smart girl, but I do dumb shit. So they balance, actually. They're really cool. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Let's see if I can not fuck with the camera this time. So you just sit it here. Balance the bottle. It was easier the first time. And there's little shit on my countertop. Come on. And they just float. They suspend in midair. You could put a bourbon bottle. You could put any kind of bottle. If the bottle's open, all you do is just adjust where you put it for the balance, and they suspend in air. I've been trying to make, like, a bird, and there's, like, too much, there's, like, physics and fucking algebra and shit that goes into figuring out. So I have a rooster and a fish at this point. But the basket I painted the other night came out okay. And what I was saying is I have a ton of these baskets because one of the things I do, or used to do, I had an Etsy page called Heather's Handmaids. And there was just I make hair sticks or made hair sticks. So those things, oh, you know what? I forgot I can turn this around. So those are hair sticks. And in case you don't know what hair sticks are, I spray paint them. I ordered like, I don't know, 1,200 or 1,000 chopsticks off of Amazon. And I spray paint them. Glitter spray paint, or just sometimes I just stick a flower on it. Dusty. So I shut the Etsy page down because once I started the contracting business, I didn't expect it to take off so quickly. And it took off so fucking fast. And for the first 2.5 years, I'm still slammed. So I wouldn't be able to fill people's orders. Not that people order that much, but I wasn't going to be able to fill orders in time. So I suspended it and then deleted the Etsy page. So hair sticks are like that Karate Kid shit. You just kind of twist your hair up. You stick the chopstick in and it holds your hair up. But I did it where, you know, they're kind of decorative. And I was selling all kinds of shit. Anyway, I spray painted these with the glitter spray paint. And it's a pain in the ass because you got to spray one side, wait for it to dry, roll it. You know, I put them on a flat surface, roll them, and make sure that you wait for them to dry so that they don't get chunky and shit. So, Anne, can you fucking imagine that you had to go that long to wait for me to fucking spray something and somehow the camera shut off and you missed it? I'm so sorry. I have stuff to spray. I'm going to show you. This is the basket that I sprayed in red. It's not like a secret. I'm not trying to hide how you spray it. In fact, I'll show you how to do a touch-up on it. So this is great if you like keep it at your house for bread or something. First of all, I did zero prep. There is spray paint all over my new chop saw. Look at my fucking hammer. My hammer is now like 4 colors. I have fucking spray paint everywhere. So I'm gonna, and then the blue basket I put down on the counter when it was wet, and it's got sawdust stuck to the bottom of it. But I've been working on cleaning these. So I'm gonna I have a bag. I ripped up a paper bag. This is my prep. This is why I'm not allowed to spray paint in the house anymore. So TJ's like, just because you have a solvent that cleans everything doesn't, to clean each thing that you wreck doesn't mean that you can just wreck stuff. Wait till he finds out that when I spray painted Christine last night, the wind blew and his truck might have a turquoise haze on it. He's like, should I move the truck? I'm like, no, you don't have to. I'm like, I'll share my paint with you. I'm generous. And he laughed. He's like, I don't want you to share my paint. I said, well, then move your truck. But he didn't. And I think I felt it last night and I looked at my fingers. There's like turquoise dust. He's colorblind, so I'm hoping he doesn't notice. This fucking truck. So the red can, it started to leak. So I turned it upside down to show you guys how to clear it out. I want to just do another coat so at least you can see me spray something. There are spots that are not quite even because I didn't want it to run. You don't want the paint to run and drip. I don't spray exactly the way the directions say. I found I got a feel for it over time. So I just I always keep it moving. I don't necessarily do exactly what they say, but I do always keep it moving. And I don't want it to pool and I don't want it to drip. So see how, now this, you turn it upside down until clear comes out of it. Otherwise it jams up and it won't work anymore. And then when you're done using it, you have to empty it out also. If you leave the paint, and it's only the fabric that has this instruction on it. So, and it's dripping. I think that's why this shit was on clearance. But at least I got something out of it. Okay. So that's the red one. And then because it's the fabric spray, it's matte. And this looks better wet, shiny. So when it's dry, I'm going to have to add a coat of clear gloss to it to give it that shine. If you want it matte, you can do matte. Otherwise, you can do semi-gloss, whatever you want. I found something else in the yard when I went to hose off the rust remover from the white candle holders for the yard. I found a solar lamp. I just fucking sprayed it red. Okay, I'm such an asshole. Let me wipe it. All I have to do is wipe it so it's dry. I'm not taking this with me, but I'm just gonna waste some paint to show you. This can be a really cool ombre kind of look. So this is like this used to be like some sort of turquoise metal, but there's like a solar light in the top and it like glows and it makes a pattern. And I can probably put, if I can get this out, I can probably put a new battery in it. I'm not taking, like, I gotta get rid of some shit. So I'm gonna do a hammered, I think I have the hammered bronze for this. And if it comes out pretty and you want it, Anne, tell me where you live and I'll send it to you. Here is, no, that's rose gold. I don't like the rose gold. That's not my favorite. That was a project for TJ's aunt. Where the hell did the hammer, oh, here it is. Is this it? Yeah. This one is, oh, it's not really copper. This one's, it's dark bronze. It's not going to be exactly what I'm looking for because I kind of like this coppery color. Let me get the blue basket out of the way. Oh, that's not dry yet. Okay. So, and then we're going to spray those lanterns. And the ugly fucking planter. You got to shake it till you hear the ball. Okay, that should be good. Now you got to line up. There's always a black dot. That black dot is where you line up your nozzle. Don't know why, but I don't question it. And this is going to have like a hammered, like, you know, when you, like, my last house, I had a hammered copper sink. It's like bumpy. And because this is vertical, you don't want to spray too much or you start to get some runoff. If you get used to it, you can spray a little bit more and then it'll even out very little more and it will even out your runoff. But because I don't want this color really, I want the hammered look. It's going to dry with that hammered look. And I said ombre because I will spray additional spray paint while this is wet and it will sort of mix. And if it doesn't come out good when it dries, just start over again. So I want to get like a bronze kind of color. Is that rose gold? I fucking hate that rose gold. Oh, here, I have metallic. This is copper, but I don't know if the copper's going to go with the dark bronze. But I'm going to do like halfway down. I don't want it perfect. I just wanted to have like an ombre sort of look. And then all the way at the bottom, maybe I'll do, didn't I have copper? I have like a metallic. I have a little bit left in here. Maybe I'll finish this. I love finishing them. I lost my ashtray. Okay. This will go all the way at the bottom. And this could be ugly as sin. I'm just playing with it to show you all different things that you can do. So a bit more of the copper in the middle than I wanted. So I'm going to go back over with my hammered and blend it. Just a little touch. Take some off the top and then have it ombre more. And then you can see how it has like a hammered look to it. Isn't that cool? So, and let me wipe off the solar panel because it won't work if I paint that. And then there you go. And it looks new again. Well, sort of. I mean, it's not really my taste, but I wanted to just do a mix of shit to show you. But in the meantime, I have cleaned and dried all the glass. Look how clean these are now. Don't fucking touch the sides of this. So the way that I dry them, you have to dry them individually. Let me make that mistake for you. I have cut myself. I grab each piece like this, and I dry it like this. I flip it over, and I dry it like this. And then it's nice and shiny and clean again. They don't go back in, obviously, until after it's sprayed. So I dried them and wiped them. I got them primarily clean. They're pretty less rust on them. So I got red fucking paint on this too. All right. I don't know what color I'm going to do on these because I don't want that much turquoise. I don't want it everywhere. I don't really want red. Give me a minute. I got to think about this. This is the color that I did my daughter's furniture in. It's called Satin French Lilac. It's really pretty. So in her room, every room in the house has an accent wall. And in her room, there's this dark purple. I think it's called Wine Country or Napa. And then the other three walls are like a darker version of that lilac. And then the furniture, aside from her sleigh bed and the dresser, the other three pieces of furniture are that French lilac. And it came out pretty. I don't know what to paint this in. I guess it's going to be seaside satin. I'm almost afraid I'm going to get sick of this color. Let me put some of these away. I could do red, but that red can is not going well tonight. And I don't want drips on it. Now, normally I would spray the underside of it and stuff, but it depends. Think about where you're going to hang it. So if these are going on shepherd's hooks about yay high, you may not have to spray the underside of it unless you're going to be sitting underneath it looking up. And if it looks like shit, then spray both sides. If you're not going to see it, then save the material. But it's not that hard. It's just a pain in the ass waiting for something to dry and flip it over and stuff like that. So one thing I wanted to mention that I didn't do, that I should have, is before I paint this side has a bow in it. If you're going to paint stuff to try to make it look new again, make sure it looks fucking good. Fix the dents and the dings. So I'm just going to grab a pair of pliers quick. See how it has like a bow in it? I just want to bring that back down again. And when it comes to metal, sometimes you have to bend it further than you want it to because it bounces back a little. And that is definitely the case with this. This is like aluminum, tin. I want that nice crease that the rest of it has. And then, because I bent it so the paint is chipping, so I want to get that off, because if I don't, then the spray paint won't stick there. All right. So for the most part, it's back to being flat again. And then I'm just going to spray it. I mean, this is like yard shit. You know, it's not like you're painting walls in your house. You do want to make sure you get all of it done. Make sure you get all four sides of the door that open and close. You don't want to open it, put a candle in, and be like, oh, I forgot to paint that. Because that just looks stupid. So that one, I didn't get up under here. I'm just going to take my finger and pop the door open. This is a door for the candle, and I want to make sure I spray the top of the door and the sides. And I am going to spray the inside of the doors because that part you're going to see. I just may not spray up underneath. I probably will, at least under the edges. You got to get all the hardware at the top. And by the time you spray the whole thing, pretty much the underside's going to be covered. Okay. You know, I chopped those like 8 different shades of fucking spray paint. See, it's pretty. Now, and then when it's very light on the handle, flip it over and leave it alone. Now, I can put the glass back in as soon as it's dry. In the meantime, I'm going to go stick this over here to dry. So this didn't come out too bad. I mean, like I said, it's not my style, but it's like a very Aztec-y looking. Still looks cool. And lit up at night, it'd be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm still going to toss it. But, I don't know. Came out pretty cool. So that is fun with paint. Here's your blue basket. Red one. It's not perfectly dry, but it's pretty dry. See how it's like a matte? The fabric paint is always in like a matte. That's an impromptu, Anne. Just for you. You better watch this whole fucking thing. Now, gloss, I just put on generously. You still don't want runs and drips, but I am generous with it. Because I want it, if I'm putting a gloss on, I want it fucking shiny. Now, these are not dry, fully dry yet, but they're dry enough for me to show you that you can put the glass back in. And since this is a satin finish, I really kind of would have preferred, satin's okay. It looks a little dull, which when it goes out in the sun, personally, when something's out in the sun and it's not shiny, it looks like the sun has faded it. So I don't like matte finish on stuff that's outside right now. I'm going to put a clear gloss coat on the lantern because you'll see how much prettier it looks. Plus, it makes them wipeable. They're much easier to clean when they're shiny. Kind of like when you do interior walls, you do eggshell or satin. They're easier to keep clean. Like your ceiling, you're going to do flat because it hides all the flaws. Because the shinier it goes, the more flaws you'll see. But that's for walls. This is going in your garden, so. Shine away. And I really don't care if I get the shine on the inside, on the the inside bars like I did for the color. That doesn't matter. I just want the outside to be shiny. That one's the, oh yeah, that's shiny. And that'll just look prettier out in the sun. So I'm going to give that a couple of minutes. I'll gloss the other one, and then I'll put the glass back in and show you what they look like finished. And you'll see, it's worth the $5. So it was less than one can. $5.98 a can, less than one can, couple squirts of the rust gel, which you might not even need if you don't have rust. Okay, that's all glossed up. And I will also, if anyone ever comments on something that they like that I have, I will forever remember that. And then at some point, if I don't want that item anymore, I will think nothing about stripping it, refinishing it, painting it, and gifting it to them. Where if their design and their decor is different, but they like this, but they have it, I'll put flowers on it. I'll paint like a snail and some butterflies and shit. Because homemade gifts, I love homemade gifts. So Anne, I hope that this is what you were looking for. I can't believe this is gonna be like a fucking hour. You asked for it, you got it, Toyota. Let me close with a joke before I put the glass in. This is a joke I saw like a 3-year-old kid make, and I can't stop telling it because it's fucking hilarious. Hilarious. Okay, ready? Why is the chicken so funny? Because I can't get enough of it. I can't. I just heard something scurrying in here, and I'm not fucking having it. Where are my pellets? Yep. Hold on. I get something. TJ can fucking find it in a few weeks when I don't live here anymore. Give me my fucking CO2. Oh, is there none in there? I have more. Okay, I had to change the CO2. It was stuck in there. I put a concrete floor in here, and they chewed through the concrete floor. Maybe that's enough to scare him away for now. Okay. Glass. Let's put the glass in and then call it a night. And then, I didn't wait long enough. Okay. Perfect example of what not to do. It wasn't dry. And now look what happened with the gloss. It like crackled. Oh, that sucks. Because I was impatient. So let it dry. See? See where it was dry? It's nice and shiny. And then where it wasn't dry? It looks like shit. But that's okay. I don't give a shit. Now we made a mistake. And you can avoid that mistake. Let me get the glass back in. And which is the one that I like better, because I think there's a piece of glass missing that's broken. So if I don't have enough to fill both of these, I'm not going to keep both of them. Okay, all the glass is back in. I just haven't shut the door yet because the bottom tabs on the glass broke off. And since I'm not going to redo this again, ever, I'm okay with putting a little dab of glue to hold that bottom piece of glass in. So I can't close the door yet. Once the glue is dry, then it'll be set in place. And this is a video of what not to do. And then, because it's already this long of a video, I was going to say, fuck it, I'm not going to show you the stuff in the house that I spray painted, but I may as well because that stuff actually came out good. And you should see how well it works on furniture. So, I guess I'm not shooting anything in here tonight. It must have gone away. And I got to go to bed. So, I'm going to take you in with me, show you the stuff in the house, and we'll call it a night. I got spray paint all over TJ's coffee mug. There's spray paint in my coffee. I think I drank it. I also bought this off of Facebook Marketplace. Now, when I bought it, I chased this woman down for it because I was under the impression that that thing was like this big. And we kept missing each other and missing like the messages that we were sending to each other. So I chased this woman down for it. She felt so bad. She's like, come and get it. And when I got there, it was this. But I felt so bad that I bought it anyway. And it was rusted and it was awful. So I used the rust dissolver from Rust-Oleum on this, cleaned it off, and I spray painted it. This is the dandelion crown that my daughter made me for Mother's Day a couple years ago. So that's why that's there. I want to save it. And I did it again. I spray painted my fucking coffee mug and this spray paint in my fucking coffee. By the way, I did spray paint TJ's truck. I took pictures of it when I was sitting in it yesterday. And he doesn't know that I took pictures of it. He hasn't seen it yet. There's a sheen of turquoise dust on the hood of his white truck. I'm going to add that if I can, since I have to mash up the videos anyway. I have to be quiet because TJ's sleeping. Okay. First is the red bench. This is the cushion that I made and the bench that I spray painted. Now, don't judge me because my daughter's bedroom is a mess. Shut up. Shut up. My daughter's bedroom is a mess because this is where all my boxes are from everything I'm packing. So her walls are this purple, and there's her accent wall. There's her bed and her dresser. Now, the stuff I spray painted. There's the TV cabinet. This was this blue dentist color cabinet. And then this is the bookcase. So, those are just some of the things I've spray painted as far as furniture goes. That's a wrap. So questions or comments, please feel free to leave them. And if you want to hit like or subscribe, you know that would make me such a happy girl. Have a great rest of your night or great rest of your morning. You're welcome, Anne.